Good morning and welcome to today's event on behalf of Robertson FM. We're delighted to have joined the Supplier Development Programme as corporate members. I'm Shona Dunsmore, Business Development Director for Robertson FM, and I lead on all the new and exciting opportunities across our business. Today my colleague Sean and I want to share some information with you as suppliers on how you can become part of our supply chain. As a group, we have over 53 years of supporting public sector in the delivery of their hard and soft services. So we're as passionate as you are about landing it right first time and ensuring inclusive regional growth.
Hello, I'm Sean Hunter and I'm the Operations Director for our business in Scotland. And I've been with the business now for 16 years. And today I'm here to talk to you about Robertson Group and the commitment that we've had in working with both the public and private sector organisations across Scotland, and also how we want to develop our supply chain further to help us deliver these projects. The other bit that I want to talk about as well is our support of the Scottish Government community policy. And we want to do this, we need to increase our spend in the local area and increase our spend with local businesses. And if we do that, that means that we can achieve the objective of reinvesting taxpayers' money in those local communities and in the areas where we are delivering services. So over the next 10 minutes, I'm going to give you a bit more information about Robertson Group, tell you a bit more information about Robertson FM and how we operate as a business, and also how you can join our team and be part of our supply chain and help us deliver that success. In 1966, Bill Robertson, a young joiner from Elgin, set up his family business. From the beginning, he took a considered approach and he was patient and responsible, careful to understand the details and put his customers first, creating the best possible outcomes. People will always be at the heart of everything that we do and achieve, and it's why we emphasise the importance of passing on skills to the next generation, the importance in our communities of the livelihoods we support, and the determination to create an assured, sustainable future for those that come after us. So our ethos of putting our customers first and being committed to enhancing local economies with the provision of jobs and upskilling local labour has helped us to get where we are now. And today we are one of the largest family-owned construction infrastructure and support services groups, not only in Scotland but in the UK as well. Jumping forward 50 years, Bill is still at the helm of the business and the group has grown considerably with over 20 businesses forming the Robertson Group. We continue to support micro, SME and supported businesses across the areas we work in. For over 50 years, our sustainable growth has enabled us to invest in our business, the future of the people and the communities, and to deliver on major projects, housing schemes and facilities management for customers nationally. Our scale gives us the ability to accept big challenges and build mutually beneficial partnerships and relationships, but always thinking locally, promoting regional growth and investing in the community. Ultimately, our approach is about making progress safely towards a sustainable future. Our balanced portfolio spans the whole built environment life cycle, and Robertson has the expertise to invest, develop, construct and maintain across the whole built environment life cycle. We invest and develop through our capital projects, property development, asset management and regeneration businesses. We construct through our 8 regional construction companies and our residential and timber engineering businesses. And finally, we maintain through our facilities management, energy services and specialist division businesses. Our purpose is to assure a sustainable future, and as a group we currently have over 3,200 employees, a turnover of £752 million in 2019 and a £2 billion forward order book. All in all, we have a sustainable business that gives our customers assurance and the certainty that we will deliver what we say we will. We are currently on over 38 procurement frameworks across the country, and our clients trust us to perform on their behalf, which we achieve through our group supply chain. Our partner-focused collaborative approach benefits the projects, our clients and the communities we work in. We have been retained on key frameworks such as the £750 million SCAPE Major Works Scotland framework and Healthcare Framework Scotland. Our other secured frameworks include Hub North Scotland, LHC, Places for People and the SPA framework. In addition to these, we have a management role in Hub East Central Scotland, which has created a £1 billion pipeline, and to date we have completed 58 projects consisting of 29 schools, 12 primary care facilities and 17 office, cultural and housing and leisure facility projects. We are also one of the founding participants of Clear Futures, which already has a £150 million pipeline. This partnership between Robertson, ACOM and Eastbourne and Lewes Council has a £50 billion ODU style value and will last for 30 years. This hub-style strategic partnership is available UK-wide, and any public sector organisation in the UK can join to develop their projects through it. Robertson Facilities Management is part of the wider Robertson Group and has been delivering total FM hard and soft services to public and private sector clients since its establishment in 1998. Our teams of multi-skilled engineers have vast experience in delivering safe and efficient maintenance solutions. With over 1,500 plus staff, we have the highest staffing level in the group. We currently have 91 contracts with a revenue of £101 million per annum. The majority of the contracts we deliver are in the public sector and cover the following areas: local authorities, education, healthcare and blue light. We currently have clients across the length and breadth of the country, from Lerwick to Liverpool, and within the sectors we support, you can see from this slide the location of our current client list. Our business recognises the importance of having the right mix between self-delivery and subcontracted services, and that partnership with the local supply chain takes on an even more importance when it comes to having the local experience and knowledge combined with the right qualifications and skill sets to complete the job. We are continually looking to build a robust supply chain within these areas, and we see the supply chain as an extension to our business. So today is about encouraging your business to consider joining our team. In order to manage the many contracts we operate, we have regional offices across Scotland and the north of England. Our head office in Stirling is supported by offices in Inverness, Elgin, Aberdeen and Dundee, and it allows us to cover the whole of Scotland. The range of services that we deliver include hard and soft FM, decarbonisation and small works projects, and we know that by working together and using the expertise of Robertson FM and the local supply chain, we can achieve the robust partnerships required to make our contracts successful. Our aim is to develop a high quality supply chain that works in tandem with our in-house teams. So RFM supply chain in numbers. Our supply chain spend for 2020 with subcontractors was £22 million, which consisted of 800 plus supply chain members. 75% of those members are either SMEs or VCSEs with a spend value of circa £13 million. Our spend with suppliers was £11 million with 600 supply chain members, and 2/3 of those suppliers are either SMEs or VCSEs with a spend of £6 million. This demonstrates that we believe in working with the right teams to deliver our services, and more often than not this means a local supplier with the experience and knowledge of the local area. But we also have excellent relationships with larger national companies where national coverage is required. The heat map you can see here shows where our spend is across Scotland by postcode, and we are keen to talk to potential supply chain members to increase our spend in the more remote and inaccessible areas, and to make sure that your experience and local knowledge is put to good use to maintain our investment in the communities where we deliver our services. So we have several strategies in place to allow smaller companies to become part of the Robertson supply chain, and these range from assistance in achieving accreditations, working with you to support apprenticeships, and also working with our suppliers to manage flexible payments. And we would encourage you to join Team Robertson and be part of our family business. And it's very simple to register your interest. Just go to www.robertson.co.uk. Our onboarding process is straightforward and broken down into 3 stages. The initial stage is all about getting the right suppliers on board in terms of compliance, targeting local suppliers, SMEs and VCSEs where possible, and carrying out contractor vetting. And this will include a selection questionnaire, credit checks and supplier registration. Stage 2 of the process is about engaging with a contractor or supplier and checking competencies, trade body accreditations and any references. In addition, it may cover contractual arrangements if back-to-back agreements are required, any necessary insurances, KPIs and contractor site-specific RAMs. The final stage, stage 3, is an ongoing process which lasts for the duration of our relationship with our supply chain, and we carry out monitoring of the work or goods being provided with feedback where necessary. This allows us to develop our supply chain relationship and build on the success we've achieved. Community benefits are important to RFM, and we take cognizance of the varying levels of support required from each subcontractor employed to deliver the scope of works. Therefore, we will work with each subcontractor on an individual basis to develop a social contribution plan. This has the potential to range from the provision of an apprenticeship for a specialist trade, where we can support with training and development from the Supply Chain Sustainability School and RFM's online training academy, through to the provision of volunteering days to help on specialist projects and perhaps support educational career chats. Where larger subcontractors are delivering an extensive subcontractor package, we would expect a higher level of participation within the development of their social contribution plan. So we would work with the subcontractor from the outset to ensure an understanding of the contract commitments and ensure that they are being proportionate to the work package being delivered. I'd like to thank you now for taking the time to listen to us, and I'd now like to show you a video covering our Robertson Group Responsible Business Strategy. Following this video, we'll have a 15-minute Q&A session. Thank you very much.
Robertson is one of the largest family-owned construction, infrastructure and support services businesses in the UK. Following our recent review of our responsible business strategy, we've improved our approach to further support the UN Sustainable Development Goals by the year 2030.
From the implementation of our Home Safe programme and flexible working approach, through to our Investors in People and Young People accreditation, we've taken huge strides to modernise our workplace.
Through established partnerships with our customers, supply chain and respected industry bodies, we've invested locally in skills and development.
And we've worked to significantly reduce our emissions through targeted and meaningful measures. In 2018-19, we became a carbon neutral accredited business through carbon offsetting.
We've made great progress already, but we need to do more. The choices we make today will have significant benefits for all. Our 2030 responsible business targets will continue to drive our business forward.
By 2030, we will have enhanced the lives of 10,000 people by creating work placements and job opportunities, and by supporting apprenticeships, upskilling and new qualifications.
By 2030, we will have created £1 billion worth of social value by spending locally in the areas where our projects are, and with social enterprises, micro businesses and SMEs.
By 2030, we'll move beyond being a carbon neutral business to become climate positive, generating zero emissions from our offices, commercial fleet and construction sites within our control. We will create a biodiversity net gain on our projects and become carbon positive through our offsetting.
We've committed to implementing 100% renewable energy tariffs for our sites, offices and factories, and offering those same green energy tariffs to our customers and supply chain. Using alternative sustainable fuels and technologies for our sites and plants, transitioning to an all-electric commercial vehicle fleet, and decarbonising our customers and supply chain.
Robertson is determined to succeed in delivering its 2030 responsible business targets. We're making progress towards a better and more sustainable way of working. For whatever challenges lie ahead, we're ready.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us today. We'd like to now welcome you to the second half of our session. We will have a live panel Q&A session where we would encourage each of you who has a question to raise with us to put this through the live Q&A section of the website. Prior to starting this, we will provide a quick introduction to the panel. I'm Martin Dick. I'm Group Procurement Supply Chain Sustainability Director for Robertson.
Hi there, I'm Gemma Gurley, Community Impact Director for Robertson Group.
Morning, I'm Shona Dunsmore, Business Development Director for Robertson Facilities Management.
Hi there, I'm Callum McDonald, Senior Bid Manager for Robertson FM.
I'm glad to see that some of us have already put questions in, so we'll start with the first question that we received. As I said, we might not get through all questions as we are limited to 15 minutes, but what we will do is if there's a question raised that we haven't answered, we will get back to you through the portal and make sure you do get an answer to it. So the first question that's been raised is, how do we join the supply chain for recruitment, white collar and trades and labour supply? I'll take that one as that probably fits under my remit more than anybody else's. We do have a PSL, preferred supplier list for recruitment agencies. As you can understand, there's probably a number of recruitment agencies out there, and it's important we try to match the right agencies with the right parts of the business. Therefore, what we do is we take a step back and we will engage and understand what can be brought through the agencies. And whilst it might not be relevant at that moment in time, we will keep you on record for any future. However, there are strict requirements that need to be done. And if you, as the presentation said, if you look to join and raise your point of interest through the website, then we will get back to you through time and make sure that we engage with you. The next question raised was that we have registered and haven't heard anything back from anyone. Unfortunately, as you can understand, we probably get a number of hundreds of inquiries every week to join with the business. As part of our programme to get back in touch with everybody. However, if you have registered and you have been waiting for a while, then please register again. We do look at them on a daily basis and try and make sure we get back to them on a priority basis, trying to match the trades that we require for each of the projects for those that have been registered. So I can only apologise if you've had to wait, but it's one of these things that we just need to bear with us and make sure that you keep at it. Question here from Paul Henson. Robertson is a key supplier in the Crown Commercial Service Framework for FM and construction work. Can I ask if you're seeing opportunities? Apologies. Another question has just come in here. I've now lost the question. Opportunity for work out with Scotland. Shona, is that probably one that you could pick up?
Yep. Yep, Paul, thanks very much for your question. You're right, we are a supplier on the Crown Commercial Framework and we most definitely are seeking opportunities out with Scotland. We've currently just tendered for 2 opportunities that are out with Scotland and 2 that are within Scotland. So yeah, very much so if you want to join our supply chain, by all means just follow the instructions.
Okay, the next one there I've got is approximately how long will it take to join the supply chain once registered? It normally takes anything from 2 to 3 weeks, as long as all the information is supplied. If we've got any questions, then we will come back and we need to question that. But in general, it's a 2 to 3 week process. Do you work in any large-scale contracts, or do you undertake contracts with individual buildings? I'm on the board of a heritage trust which manage a large commercial and community property and has both hard and soft FM needs. Shona, Callum?
Yep. I mean, yes, definitely. I mean, we work on large-scale projects, yes, we do, but we undertake contracts with individual buildings depending on that size. So, I mean, this feels that you're more looking for someone who is looking for some hard and soft service needs. So maybe if I will get the supplier development to drop a different email onto you. I think Callum, what's the email address, just so that I don't say it wrong?
It's fm.bidteam@robertson.co.uk.
Lovely, thank you, Callum.
That'll come straight to it.
No,
you can
yep.
show that formally through the chat or something later on.
Yep.
The question been raised around about payment days, which is extremely important. Questions asking that public sector small businesses are paid in 30 days, and this is really important to my business cash flow purposes. How quickly are small businesses in the supply chain paid? In general, we pay within 30 days, subject to all applications and information being correctly submitted in line with the orders that have been raised. We do have frameworks, some public sector frameworks, which encourage us to pay earlier than 30 days where we meet the framework requirements. It's in our interest to make sure that we repair supply chain as quickly as we can, because we do understand the knock-on effect that can have. So as a business, we target 30 days payment. Well, in here, how can an innovator supplier present a product that has added technology? What I would do is encourage you to drop a note of interest through the website, and as part of that, put on it that you have got products that you and new innovations. We're always keen to look at new innovative products and make sure we've got the best out in the marketplace, and we can encourage supply chain to develop. If it's something which meets our requirements and we have a demand for, then what we would do is we'd encourage to hold some CPD presentations with our designers, with our engineers, and even our consultants to try and make sure we can promote the product if it's right for the business. How do we join the supply chain and support the neurodiversity and workplace adjustments for new recruits and existing employees? Again, all the supply chain we encourage it to come through the introduction request on the web page. So it doesn't matter what sector it is, then that's what we would encourage you to do. Would Robertson FM consider enforcing the use of SIA accredited providers through their service partners such as CCTV provider, PID systems, etc.? We know the Dundee region that non-SIA approved security companies are servicing Robertson developments for the purpose of alarm response. Certainly, we encourage everybody to meet the standards and requirements, and we do strive to meet as high a level as we can. I'm not particularly aware of that company that's in question, but I will go away and look at it. But where possible, we would look for SIA approved on all security. What opportunities do we have available for suppliers providing document management and digital transformation? Again, we have a supply chain in place for a lot of our document management and digital transformation. However, that's not to say that's a fixed supply chain. We're always looking for anybody that can offer anything new, innovative, or an additional service over and above what we've got. So again, I would encourage you to register your interest through the supply chain portal. Are there any opportunities to work with you as a project management consultancy group specialised in stakeholder engagement, business transformation, project management of a range of projects, including IT? Shona, do you want to take that one?
To be honest, the answer is going to be quite similar to what you've said already, Martin. I think if we're always willing to look at all the services that are available and all different opportunities. We're working on a big IT infrastructure project at the minute, so there's certainly no harm in dropping in an email and actually registering as a supplier, and then you'll have the opportunity to put the range of services that you provide in. So by all means, if there's somebody, I can't see that question, so I can't see a name, I beg your pardon, but by all means, yeah, just follow the instructions and register as a supplier.
The next question: if you were to employ locally, what would be your top 3 most places to think of? We have a lot of local employees, but looking for more than would stick with experience. Can you shine any light? Thanks. Anybody want to take that question?
Would that be Gemma?
Oh, you're on mute, Gemma.
Background noise there, so I thought I'd mute it. Definitely. I think employing locally is absolutely important, and it's also about ensuring that what are we engaging with locally, how are we engaging with supply chain, but also local labour, and working with local stakeholders in the community as well is extremely important to us. from what additionality can we bring through those local businesses that we're working with. What can we bring to those? And as an organisation that works right across, straight all the way across Scotland and in the north of England as well, it's also about ensuring that we're working with organisations as locally as possible to the local areas that we work in.
Okay, next question is, how many social housing providers do you provide FM services to? That one you could take?
Yeah. So currently one would be our answer. Social housing isn't a sector that we would necessarily see as a probably growth target at this stage. We are doing some ancillary work, as in decarbonisation, some retrofit works, but we're not looking for currently to expand on our core planned and reactive works within social housing. So, but we do have one at the minute.
Okay. Let's go through it and see if there's anything else.
There's a couple of IT ones there that seem to have risen to the top. The digital transformation, if you'd like me to respond to them.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think Sophie and Jerry there are both asking what opportunities there are for suppliers providing digital transformation and IT services. I think there's quite a lot, in short. It's quick moving and developing part of FM in terms of how we migrate data from incumbent suppliers, from construction partners into our systems. So yeah, you go through the same route to get on our supply chain there. And I think similarly to when you're providing sort of an innovative technology, if you were to use that fm.bid team address as well, send us through what you offer, and we'll see if that's something that we can use going forward.
I think just on the back of that, Callum, if you don't mind me asking, we're currently bidding on quite a significant tender at the minute, and where there is, a big degree of IT integration. So yeah, we'd be interested in hearing from you.
Yep.
Question from Martin Corey, as we are already worked with Robertson FM across the UK, does this cover all sectors of the Robertson Group, or will we require to register interests across the board? As you can imagine, Robertson's are a pretty diverse group with 23 different businesses within it. We are in the process of merging all the systems together. So at this moment in time, if you are a member of the FM supply chain, then it would warrant you to make an application or note of interest in through the rest of the group. Through time, we will look to merge and we will start to pull them across, whether there'll be key information that we require from the other parts of the group to cover. So if you could just put your note of interest in, and then we'll pick that up and we'll make sure you get an invite to join the main group. Anna, good morning. Enjoyed the presentation. There are opportunities for us to provide services of asbestos consultancy. Yeah, again, asbestos consultancy is something we have a requirement for across the whole group, not just FM. Therefore, if you could just raise your note of interest, we will pick that up. I'm not sure if there's any others that I've missed.
There's someone just come in there, Martin, that just asked again for us to see the FM bid team email address. So it's FM bid team at, sorry, Callum, you best say it.
fm.bidteam at robertson.co.uk. Bid team, all one word. BIDTEAM.
I'm conscious that we are in the last 40 seconds of this session, so on behalf of the panel, we'd like to thank you for your time, and we encourage you to visit www.robertson.co.uk and make sure you click on the supply chain section of that and lodge your interest. As I said earlier, any questions that we have missed, I apologise in advance for doing that. However, we will take a note and we will look to try and get back to you. In the meantime, please feel free to contact us through the webpage, and we will get back to you in the near future. Once again, thanks again on behalf of the staff, and I hope you have an enjoyable rest of your day.